Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Terrence Ray, and I'm back at you with a stock market update live. I decided to come on and live stream. We got a nice little sell off going, but I got a couple things I wanted to talk about, and let's get right to it. So, right now, the market, the S&P 500, the futures are down almost a percent. We say about 55 handles. We got the NASDAQ futures down a percent and a half. We got the Dow futures down, maybe about a quarter of a percent, and then we got the Russell futures down about three quarters of a percent, about 17 handles. Let's see. So you can see I got a chart up of the SPX, and y'all know on the weekends I go over before the trading session starts. I always map out my expected move for the week using the weekly expected move from the weekly option chain. So this week it would have been ending on the 28th. So I take this here and then I plot it out on the chart. You can see, look at the candlestick today. So it looks like it went right around to that mark, right around down there. See what the dotted line is, and it looks like this is where we're holding, at least for today. So I do expect to see maybe a little bounce maybe tomorrow or maybe later today. We push back up a little bit. So that's why I do that. The A lot of the moves in the market, you'll hear traders say that the market is excuse me. You'll hear the market say um wait just till I get on a live stream to call. You'll hear the market makers or you'll hear traders say it's already priced in. So you can look at this and you can see how this move look like it's priced in, right? So you can see we come down here and then the market look like it's holding, at least for the day. Now on the day, uh, I got also over here on my watch list, I'll pull this up. This is the S&P 500. So just showing you out of 500 stocks, like how many are above, like how many are positive and how many are negative. You see we right here in between, like right here on the middle, right? So I watch that. I'm just, going over things that I watch every day in the market when the market comes up. And then I always look at bonds. So I look at the futures market for the indices. I look at the VIX. And we see volatility is up. So generally when vol is up, the market is down. And then I like to look at the bonds, and then I look at oil and gold and now Bitcoin, right? And in Bitcoin today, Bitcoin is getting killed right about now, which to me, to be honest with you, is a good thing. We saw the up move here, and you can see where it netted out on my Fibonacci extension, and now you see we got a nice sell off. Some people may look at these as being good ranges to step in and possibly buy some Bitcoin, right? So right off the bat, just looking at this, I would say for me, Bitcoin will probably continue to fall till it gets right around, I'll say 73,000. Like we got some support right around here between 74 and 72,000. So just somewhere right around in there, right here where you see this line at. We'll call that 73,000. So right around that range, 74 is where I think it'll continue to fall. We might see some support there. And while we're watching Bitcoin fall, we're also we can see that gold is falling as well. So you got gold. Now, actually, I'm taking advantage of this gold fall right here because I do have a position on in gold right here in the ETF. So I sold a call spread. So if you've been following the channel, you see where I talked about where I went over. Now, what I just had up was a chart of the spot gold. So here are your futures, right? Now, when I go to the ETF, which is GLD, looks like this. So you can actually buy shares in GLD. Now, I sold a call spread because I just seen it going up. market just keep going up like this, I figure at some point I'm gonna get a sell off up here, and I might be able to make a little money. So then I come in and got a call spread right here. Here you can see. Now, if you're not familiar with options, of course, you might hear people say what calls general most people, are retail traders. They buy calls. You buying calls if you think the market is going to go up. I very rarely buy a call. It got to be like a day trade or something like that because of the time decay, and I very rarely buy options at all. To be honest with you, I sold the call here, sold 275, and then bought the 280 and set up a $5 wide call spread, and I took in some premium 117, and you can see. Uh, The market is trading right around 260, we'll call it 268, just round it off. And this is where we are. So I would like to see this market stay somewhere in here, chop, or either just continue to go down. And then this position should continue to make money, right? You kind of want to have like different positions set up at, different times in the market. So like this GLD position is 24 days out, right? I had a bond position that I closed today because I've been talking about bonds. But bonds, I got the move right here, right? I did a video yesterday and I put that out, and the market was like right around in here, right? And then I've been talking about bonds basically all year, since January, when it was down here and I seen this move here. This is how I'm predicting that interest rates will come down, right? You got an inverse head and shoulders. So here's your shoulder, here's your head, and here's your other shoulder. Here's your neckline. And when you break that neckline, you look for the market to continue to go this direction. It's a reversal pattern in technical analysis known as head and shoulders. Generally, you see it from this range up here, but this is an inverse because we're looking at it from the bottom up. Now, you may say, well, I've heard people say, well, how do you know, interest rates? Why are you basing interest rates on bonds, or why are you basing interest rates? We got this guy named Jerome Powell that comes out and talks, and we got people talking about hiring and jobs. Excuse me. And I'm telling you, none of that matter. Yeah, it's smoke and mirrors. That's the dog and pony show that they tell people who aren't as in tune with markets and trading markets and stuff like that. So I'm telling you, Jerome Powell and whatever group he has or economists, they're watching these, and whatever these are telling them to do, then that's what they're doing. So if you're watching these bonds go up, then I can come over here and look at this 10-year interest rate, or 10-year, yield. You see these yields? You see what the 10-year yields are doing? They're dropping. And if you see these drop, then you're going to come out and you're going to see um, them getting ready to start changing their tone and how they talk about interest rates. Just keep watching. The next interest rate or FOMC meeting will probably be, I want to say, March, if I'm not mistaken, March, April, I ain't sure, end of the first quarter, somewhere right around in there. I could pull it up, and around that time, they'll probably cut, or they'll start talking about cutting. But either way, you can see yields coming down with bonds going up. Now you can trade these as well. I just rather trade the option market in the bonds. So far in bonds, I got two trades this year. I made about $109 on those two trades just in bonds. Just on the option side. I also own the TLT in another account, right? In TLT, you can look and see right here. This is an ETF. This particular ETF is jumping and moving around, right? And this ETF also pays a dividend every month as well. Um, so you can see they paid one on February 3rd. Don't look like it paid one in Maybe this was the one for January, but then you see December 16th. What's that? December 2nd, November 1st, October 1st. So October 1st paid 32 cent, 31 cent, 33 cent, 35 cent, 31 cent. So it's paying you a dividend to hold it. Um, and that's that. Now let's go take a look at a trade that down money on is not doing what I wanted to do. Let's take a look at General Motors. Now I came in General Motors and sold a put, and it's not working. Now it's a couple of ways I could play this. We got 24 days before expiration. Now the put is in the money, right? And I got 24 days. So most people would say, that I'm in danger of being put to shares. It's possible, very uh, not probable with 24 days. Like these options still have a lot of intrinsic value in them. So if I was to change this, I could probably come over here and put extrinsic. Just means that we still got value in these options. Still some value in them. So I'm not worried about getting put to shares. But what'll probably happen for me is that on Friday, which would be 21 days, I may look to roll. Either I'm going to roll out here to 51 days and buy myself some more time, pick up some more credit, or I'll just close it and take the L, which I'm thinking about closing it and taking the L today. Anyway, uh, you ain't going to win them all. But I have a Harami. So I'm doing this video and I see this live. I'm going to draw this rectangle down here around this candlestick pattern. It's one of my favorite candlestick patterns. You can see this candlestick here, and you got this one right here. This is Harami candlestick pattern. Generally, when you see those, you get big moves after something like that. Like you look at this one right here. This is one right here, and it went up. So looking at this, I'm like, yeah, it's possible I could see a big move, and maybe it'll go higher, but there's no guarantee, right? Because right now I'm just getting killed in the position. We'll see. I may hold it to the end of the day and then see what it looks like. Because intraday, this is what it looks like with my moving averages. So it just looked like it's like it took this low out right here. And how far, can it continue to go within this time frame? Right. I'm starting to see divergence down here. And it's a gap right here, which will put it, if it filled this gap, it'll put it right around $45 even. So it could go down another 92 cents. So I'm just watching it. More than likely, I end up closing this out. I'll just go on and take the L, and I'll just keep letting it. I know sometimes you gotta know when to go ahead and take the loss, especially if I think that gold will continue to go down. And so if gold continues to go down, then General Motors look like they're moving in tandem, like the market is moving together. Now, today I did come in Amazon and get long. I got long by selling the put spread. And I sold a put spread because uh, this is, to me, the definition of buying low. Right? You got Amazon making a nice sharp move to the downside. Could it go lower? Yes. But I got triggers. Right. So it's oversold on my stochastic, it's oversold on the RSI. And I'm like, and it hit my Fibonacci extension level right. It came like right here and tapped it. Now I got in a little early because you can't really, trying to time this when it's here. I got in like right around here. I'll show you guys what I did. I just came in. We got IV rank is over 30. I don't have any earnings. I went on ahead and went out 51 days, sold the 200, bought the 195. And so that's where I'm sitting at. My short strike is like right here. So we'll see what happens. I expect to see a pop somewhere. Maybe if not today, maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some up in here, and I can pull it off, make a little bit of a profit, um, and take the trade off. That being said, the market is kind of moving. Like, let's go back to the SBX. See the SBX down here at the expected move for the week. With me expecting to see maybe some chop right in here. Amazon, maybe we'll get some chop in there as well. Let's look at Tesla. Now I'm just looking at a confluence of Tesla sitting right down here on the low. Maybe we'll get a pop here as well. It's oversold on both metrics. Let's look at, I think Meta had a nice steep sell-off. After that big move, like up to here, then Meta dropped down, sitting right here at the 50 SMA. So all the, the major stocks are sitting at a support level. Maybe we'll get, a move higher. We'll get a little bounce and get both of them to go up. So that's that, guys. I just wanted to come in and do like a little portfolio check. Now with Bitcoin dropping, let's look at some other cryptos. We can talk about the one that I like, Solana. Now, Solana, I bought some Solana yesterday in my Coinbase account. Uh, you can buy it here on Tasty Trade. Like if I wanted to buy it here, I could step right in here and just buy some, right? It's oversold currently where it's sitting, but I could come in here if I wanted to and click on buy and then come in here and buy some Solana, if I wanted to. But I actually own some Solana in my Coinbase account. I just own like one whole coin or whatever. And I probably, to be honest with you, I'm going to be buying into this uh, continuously over more than likely the next year or two. You may say, why? Why are you bullish on Solana? There's a couple of reasons why. One, this is the chain that the Trump coin was released on. So the Trump coin was released on the Solana chain. So the Trump coin being released on Solana, and also the, what is he called? I think he's some type of czar, like the cryptocurrency czar or some type of czar, David Sachs, um, from the All In podcast. I've been listening to that podcast ever since the pandemic. And I remember, I'm kind of mad at myself thinking about it right now. I remember when David Sachs was talking about Solana. He was talking about Solana like back like years ago. And this was when it was super cheap. And I wish I would have bought into it then. But Solana is a coin that he likes, right? That he was, I don't know if he's what his ties to it now are, but I know at that point in time he was an investor in Solana. So with the Trump coin being on the Solana chain and that being coupled with David Sachs getting that position as the czar, over that, looking into that stuff, I do think that at some point within the next year, couple years, that Solana, break out for this low and move a little higher. I think Bitcoin go higher too. I think at some point Bitcoin will be somewhere around 1 million or something like that. So if now let me first off say, don't take any of this as trading advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't do anything I tell you, right? I'm just talking about from my standpoint. I do own some Solana and I will be continuing to buy into it. Um, Now, some of the other ones, like I said, Bitcoin, Solana, um, they're all down right now. They kind of move in tandem. You look at, what is this, Litecoin? Litecoin is kind of like in a range right here. It'd probably be better to look at this on a weekly. I probably wouldn't buy this. I don't know a whole bunch. I don't know a whole lot about Litecoin, XRP. XRP actually look pretty good when you look at it on a weekly. Look at this. Just back. So let's look at Let's look at ETH. ETH is down. So they all moving the same way. But this right here, this look like a bearish, like a bearish flag. That don't look good for ETH. I don't like that chart pattern right there. Doge, Doge is kind of like Doge at a support level right here. So this would have been a bull flag. You sitting right here at a support level right here. Might not be a bad place to buy Doge. It's only 20 cent. You could jump in here and buy some and possibly when it comes out of this range, double up your money if it takes these highs out. So being as that it's at 20, this high right here is what, 42 cent. So you could double up, go into it with, you know, I don't know if you want to do 1,000 shares or whatever, but you want to make, I do think at some point it'll turn. Looking at this chart pattern, this is a bull flag. Could get a little consolidation here for a while. This is a weekly chart. So that consolidation could look like a year or two before you get that next move higher, right? Um, let's see. Anything else I wanted to talk about? I went over the cryptocurrencies. And basically, when you look at what do they call it? The Mag 7, they're all down today. But I don't think they're going to stay down, to be honest with you. So for me, these are buying opportunities or trading opportunities. You can buy shares, or like me, come in and look to sell some put spreads, sell some with volatility expanding. You can sell some junk. I'm looking at the NASDAQ. Let's look at the triple Qs. So you got the triple Qs right here at one of my levels on my Fibonacci levels. The next one down is right around 505. It's possible it could get there today. I could see that. So I'm just sitting here looking at, so I'll be watching today uh, General Motors to see what we get. And I'll be watching Amazon, see if I get that bounce. I did step in front of a train today going down. But like I said, I got this level right here to make money on that put spread. All I need is a little pop. I get a pop up into here. Uh, nice little, it don't need to go up a whole lot for me to be able to take this off a profit. So, hey guys, hopefully you got something out of this. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video. Let me know if it's something you guys want to see me talk about or go over or do live. If I see something, I'll pull the trigger live. I should have did I did the Amazon trade right before I came on. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, what I'll be continuing to watch all year be bonds. Every time I get a pullback in bonds, I'm gonna buy them up. So like we sitting here, what I mean by pullback, all I want to see it do is come here. To be honest with you, I like to see this slow up, come back down into here, just so I can get long again. May not though. Be honest with you, this may just continue to go. Next level up is right up here around, I say fill this gap, maybe around 112, somewhere right up around 112 on these notes. And then if you look at the bond, the 30-year, this is your 30-year bond. Looks the same way. Same way. It's even a cleaner chart because you got the gap right here. Then he came back, used that gap as support, filled it, and then took off. That's a good feel too. When you fill a gap at the beginning of a move, it's possible that it's telling you the market structure telling you like it has no intention of coming back here, right? So there's no like I wouldn't be surprised if we had, like I said, I'm betting that we'll be down at least uh, 100 basis points in the on our interest rates, but it's possible, man, we'd be down 0% interest rates by within like 3 years or so. Right? That's just I seen something where President Trump said that the housing market how homes will come down, will lose like half of their value and it basically making it easier to buy homes. Now, if I had heard that news, I would say I'm not even gonna say what I may save that for another video. Hearing something like that would, as a trader, basically, because Donald Trump isn't like he's not like any other politician. So if Donald Trump, first of all, let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull up. Let me see if I can find it because I seen the clip. Let me see if I can get it ready. I'm gonna see if I can find this on Instagram because I want to find it first. And then if I can find it, in fact, I know where to find because I sent it to, let me see, what was this? It was Stock Royals dot. Hold on, bear with me. I'm gonna find it and then we're gonna talk about it. It popped up on my feed on Instagram, and I don't even. Let me see if I can find them. Is that it? Yep, that's them. I give them a follow. All right, I'm gonna pull this over here. I'm gonna go ahead and follow them. Don't matter to me. Oh, I got a request to follow them, so I can't even pull. So it pulled up. I'm like, but so I cannot. That's crazy. They came up on my feed, but I can't. I'm trying to. So they came up on my feed. Maybe they'll see that I sent a request because I was trying to pull up because they came up in my feed. But anyway, so maybe if they send me the request, then I could pull this up. That don't make any sense because I can see it on my phone. But anyway, so it says Donald Trump announces that housing prices will come down by 50% over the next 4 years. The housing market is currently extremely overvalued and foreclosures are reaching all time highs. Trump recently came out and said that he wants to see housing become more affordable, but there's going to be an economic reset coming in order to get prices down. Although this news sounds good, it's going to cause pain to many Americans. In 2019, the median home price in America was around $300,000, and today the median home price in America is $500,000. There's no reason to justify home prices accelerating at such a rapid rate, and it's caused the middle class to be priced out of home ownership. This I'm reading the post from Stock Royals. Now that one of the things that is saying that this post is talking about is that, basically Donald Trump is announcing that housing prices will come down. Like, how can he say that, right? My only way, my reasoning, like, how can he say housing prices will come down? Like, how can one man just say, hey, they're gonna come down, unless he's gonna do something to make them come down? And so people will say, well, the Fed is independent. He can't make them lower interest rates. That's what everyone's saying. But he's not a conventional politician. He's not a conventional president. So I believe that, maybe he shouldn't. Maybe under normal circumstances, the president can't make them do it. I believe this president can, and I believe he will. Whatever means he needs to do it. Like, there's no reason to doubt when he say something gonna happen that it ain't gonna happen. I don't, and I'll be honest with you, it doesn't matter to me how you do it. I'm just saying that Donald Trump is saying that it's going to happen, and obviously, that would be, that would be some good for his legacy, right? So I would think that he's going to try to make that happen. Now, you may say, well, what does all that have to? That's part of the reason why I'm heavily invested in bonds. Or I'm trading them in and out. A lot of this stuff you can trade. when this man is doing stuff, people getting upset, being like, "Ah, he doing this, he doing that." You ain't gonna stop it. You have no way of stopping it. You don't, unless you're a billionaire and you donate money to his campaign or something, you can get his ear. If you don't have that, you ain't stopping it. So, you know, what other way you can might as well make money off of it. And I've been coming on here every week telling people what's gonna happen. And here go January. That's January 21st, right there. This is January 21st. And ever since that, so I think the inauguration, what, the 20th was his first day in office. So here go the 21st. And now look. And I've only been saying that since he been there. So it's just continuing to go up. So while you complaining about him being president, you might as well make some money off of it. That here's that. He announced his coin, and I'm telling you, his coin is on the Solana chain. And I've told I've been telling people I'll be, every time I get paid a little I throw a little change on Solana and I throw a little change on Bitcoin, because probably more than likely by the end of these next 2 or 3 years, it'll be to the they'll both be up. Now I don't know how much, but that's just what I think. And of course, I'm talking my book, right? Because I'm telling you what I am long. So hey guys, hopefully yeah, hopefully you guys got something out of it. I ain't gonna keep going on and on about that. But with that being said, hit that like button, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think. I'm out. Peace.